Grand rising or grand afternoon, whatever time it is that you happen to be seeing this. Today is Wednesday. It is the 22nd of April. Gee whiz. This month has already flown by. Of course it did, because it's Aries season, it's fire season. Today's Earth Day. We have a lot of squares in the energy today, but I am going to discuss the remainder of this week and then the majority of next week, because they sort of all go together. And it's been very telling based upon the number of appointments and other things that I've had with people experiencing concerns and issues with their physical body. So I'm going to bring that in. The prosperity series for this 25th is very important. The 25th, 26th. If you're wanting to get down on the prosperity series, go to the site of the web. Go all the way down to the bottom. It's the last choice in the options, I believe, and you can purchase your ticket. You do not have to take place in the 9 o'clock discussion if you don't want to. You definitely do not have to be a part of the midnight actual workings that I'm doing. But if you do sign up, you do get the PDF information that sort of shares that content so you can sort of do your own thing. Just make sure in the notes and the ticket price you let me know what it is that you most want to be able to focus on, and then of course you will go into the special spot with all the things and I will do the work. Upcoming important energies, guys. So we all know the fact that on Friday we have Mama Venus going into Gemini. She's been in her home zone of Taurus for the last little bit. So today she's in there sort of like getting the last little, getting herself all organized and gorgified and all those sorts of things, because she's making a journey. And she's going to go into the sign of Gemini, which is going to change the nature of conversations. Now that takes place on Friday. Tomorrow, and I'm going to go back, okay? Tomorrow, second quarter moon. So if you do special workings or things of that nature, just be reminded of that whilst the moon is in Cancer, because it is today and tomorrow. It is going to shift tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have a moon sign change into sign of Leo. So hopefully if you've been feeling a little bit just sort of trying to hang in there with all these different energies, this water energy is sort of calm some things down. You can see the frequencies of things shifting and moving. And then we go back into fire energy with Leo moon. A good, interesting mix of things taking place. A lot of trines, which I appreciate, and that's going to especially be the moon and trining in with the sign of Neptune. What I like about this is it's bringing up these frequencies of the other things that you want to be able to do. You're really paying attention to some other things. You're moving through what's really realistic in one sense, and what might need to go on the back shelf just for a little bit, not forever. I like that energy. And then the fact that Mama Venus tomorrow is going to have her little galactic high five, kissy face conjunction with Uranus tomorrow evening really starts to set the pace, because Uranus is going to follow Mama Venus in the next couple of days. This is what I really want to be able to accomplish in the most beautiful way, but this is the way I need to be able to do it to make the changes take place. Remember that Uranus is, or Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So the Pluto in Aquarius, then we're going to have Uranus in Gemini. That is a huge power dynamic energy for the way that we are thinking and moving and operating literally in this next little bit of time. So letting Venus come in there and sort of assist with the last little bit of things is great. Now Friday, the 24th, is going to be a 2 universal day, because tomorrow Thursday is a 10/1 day. We're ending something and we're beginning something on Thursday, and we are going to be making some choices and changes on that Friday with that 2 universal energy, of course, when Mama Venus goes into Gemini. Communications are all what this whole month is about. Dynamic communications, dynamic shifts in the way that we communicate, in the way that we are compensated with communication, cryptocurrency, stocks, these people that are making all these 50 million changes with all these AIs is just driving me up a freaking wall. But it's not going to stop. So you have to get ready to ground yourself into where it is that you're going to be and focus on the changes that you can manage. And so there's huge opportunities for investments for people, which is why it's on the prosperity series, and using the tech, including the spiritual tech that's coming in to work with you in your physical body. Friday, lots of trines coming in. There is going to be an opposition in the Pluto and the moon. All of these conversations are coming in sort of saying the same thing. They're giving you the opportunity and laying the groundwork, because this is where we're going, folks. But I do like the trine that comes in with Mercury to allow you to know that all is well. Now, the one thing I will say about Venus and Gemini together is people will want to be communicating their best foot forward, but some people are going to trip over their words, and it might come out a little bit slimy for some people. Could be a little bit too much extra fluff and buff. So you're not really sure sometimes if people are giving you the whole honest truth or if there's a little bit of extra shine on it, if you know what I'm saying. Just watch out for the extra flattery that could be coming out of people's mouths, but try to the best of your ability to allow people to share with you as relationships are going to change. All relationships of all styles. Committed domestic partnerships, business relationships, communication in general is going to change because you want to be able to be with the people that are making you feel good, look good, smell good, and that have the same value systems as you do. And if it's not working, it's okay to say, all right, we've done our best work here. Now it's time to high five and move forward in our own journeys. That is going to be a lot of what shows up for a lot of people coming up too. Then, of course, on Saturn Day, dun, 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 we have Uranus moving out of Taurus, where it's been for the past 7 years, holding all of our earth signs down, and it goes back into Gemini. It's air sign, chef's kiss energy, which is why this is such a dynamic and powerful day. 3 universal day. This is the collaborative energy that you want on Saturday, which is why it's such a sexy money possibility and gains day. Anyway, we have that, but then the moon also turns into the sign of Virgo, which means we get to practically use all of these different shifts in a beautiful way. Fast forward over to Monday, that becomes a 4 universal energy day, 8 different conversations taking place on Sunday on a 4 universal day. So putting your stakes in the ground, making the adjustments, giving yourself the opportunity to rebuild your foundation on that portal. Okay, goodness. Neptune, Mercury, Sun, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, everyone is involved in this conversation on Saturday in one way, shape, fashion, form, or another. And then they duplicate themselves coming up on the 28th, the same planets. And so they go into, what are we going to do? Let's absorb all of this stuff into our bodies. And remember that your body is tech. As an ascension coach, as a Reiki healer, as someone that gets into that frequency, and I work with the angelics and other beautiful star beings to help people be in their maximum within their physical body. This is an important series of days, okay? It truly, truly is, for you to be able to understand that. So I extend this week out this way because when we have a month sign change, that means the value of the energy of the day, which is very important, shifts also. So we're going to go through these double back-to-back power dynamics again, and we're going to have 2 7 universal days and 2 8 universal days as we finish off the energy of next week. Not a lot of whole big changes in energy coming in on Monday. Jupiter and Mercury are going to just have an agreement about how they're going to get some things organized based upon those requirements that you've brought in. But the moon changes on the Tuesday, the 28th, into a 6 universal day, or 3 and 3, into Libra. So we're going to balance this stuff out in a gorgeous, sexy, sort of a interesting way. Those same conversations that we had on Sunday are now all in alignment on Tuesday. It's going to be a great, big, beautiful, energetic day. We get to the energy of the 29th. That is a 7 universal day. It's going to be a little bit of not too much activity, but you can start to feel that your teams are going to adjust what needs to be done on this day. The 30th is the first 8 power dynamic day. Let me get my numbers together here. And the moon moves into Scorpio. Change. And then on the 1st, which is Friday, we bounce back to a 7 because you're going to need all the help you can freaking get. And then that means the 2nd, which will be the Saturday, is going to be the next 8. So the universe is going to put us in these big power shifts. Guys, resources, unlocking yourself from unhealthy bonds, people, places, things, concepts, ideas, and having a strategy is what the remainder of these next 2 weeks is going to be about. If you're a heavy cardinal sign, focus on the emotional things that can drive you into your success. If you're a fixed sign, a breath of fresh air comes in so that you can grab this success and go out and prosper. And if you are a mutable sign, this is feeling accomplished and